trying to remember everything that I need. Alright, I got my pens, got my notebooks, got my sketchbooks, got all my things ready for the publisher. The schedule's wide open. Am I forgetting anything else? Wait. What about my idea notes? Well, the meeting hasn't happened with the publisher yet, so let's just go from there.
So give us the scoop, Henry. Where are you at with your next picture book?
Sir, I really gotta be honest with you right now. I've been having a bad case of writer's block for the longest time now. And I haven't been writing or illustrating much lately. And new ideas, they just aren't coming to me right now.
A synopsis for your next story?
And that's the thing, sir. Ever since my last picture book, which I'm aware of was 5 years ago. And I know I've had some ideas jotted down from a while back, but none of them seemed original. And most of them feel like subject matters that I've already covered in previous books.
So is there a way for you to combine or somehow play around with these new ideas? Or create a hybrid of some kind? Something original might come out of that.
No, I don't want my readers to think that I'm making books just for the sake of making books. At this point, I would prefer to have each and every one of my adult picture books to feel unique and original in their own right. And the last thing I want is my picture book to feel generic and overdone.
Well, Henry, I guess this is why I wanted to have this meeting with you today. I don't want to repeat your words because you already seem aware of this. But you haven't made anything for us to publish in at least 5 years now. Really think about that. 5 years.
I know, sir, but
Please let me finish. Since you haven't made something for our company in a long time, and since you are still on a contract with us, I'll need, at a minimum, something from you in 3 weeks. If you don't have a book ready to go by then, we'll terminate your contract and move on to someone else.
Yes, sir. I'll have something ready for you real soon.
Good. I'm glad to see you working with us again. Just take some deep breaths, give yourself a day or two to think of something clever, and you'll be fine, okay?
Yeah. I'll do that, sir.
Good luck, Henry.
You know, let's try something else. Well, this stuff is pretty worthless. God!
Hello?
Hey, Skip. This is Henry Mansell's. How are you?
Henry, my man! I haven't heard back from you in a while. How you doing?
Well, I have some book-related questions I have to ask you.
Sure, man. Ask away.
Well, I'm currently working on a story for my publisher. And the story has to be done in 3 weeks or my contracts can be terminated. And the problem is, this is where you come in. I can't come up with a good or original idea for this book. And I was wondering if you could help me out with that.
Dang, man. You're usually really good with coming up with original material for your books. Like, are you going through writer's block right now, or?
Very much so. I not only feel pressed for time on this new picture book, but I can't think of anything I would like to create for a new picture book. And I really need your help. Could you please help me?
Well, I don't know about you, but usually you go through a brainstorming session first.
Oh, don't worry. I've done enough brainstorming already. But nothing seems to my liking of that session. But I had plenty of ideas in front of me, but none of them I really liked.
Pick one or two that are flexible, and then pick one that has the most potential. Like, if you have this idea about a writer, a fantasy world, and a dog, you could make a story about a writer in this fantasy world with this dog that's his sidekick or best friend.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That really helps me a lot.
Sure thing, man. Hey, do you want me to come over to your house a little later and give you some pointers?
Well, I really don't know. I have to get this ready for my publisher, and
We're both picture book writers. I mean, we both know what success and failure looks like. I can just be over for a little bit, and I can leave when you're comfortable.
sure, that's not a bad idea. I've tried all these new Constantine processes, and none of them seem to really work out. I'm so glad you're here.
Doing a good job, man. You just need a second pair of eyes to guide you where you need to go.
And this right here, this is what I'm talking about. Every idea I wrote on a piece of paper, nothing good is coming out of any one of them.
Did I ever tell you the behind-the-scenes story of that horror picture book a couple years ago?
No? But how does that relate to any of this?
I'm sure you remember. It's The Little Darkness in My Bed. Remember that book?
Yes, that's right. I do remember you making that. That was the book that almost didn't get published.
You are correct, sir. And this publisher I was working with was too scared that the little kids would not be able to sleep at night. But then I realized it's not about the book he wanted to publish. It's about the book I wanted to publish. But then I later won over the publisher because I told him it was encouraging bravery, that all they hear and see at night was just an illusion in their head.
Yeah, Skip, but that's an inspirational story. But how is that story going to help my story?
Well, what I was hoping to get across to you was that you're about to hit an invisible brick wall that you need to get over. You need to know what you can and cannot do as a writer and illustrator. What you don't need is an original idea. What you do need is an original approach.
So you think these ideas that I have written down here can somehow help me write a unique approach to the story?
Pretty good, man. What I think you need to do is just pick the idea that speaks best to you. Then from there, you take something that's not really original and turn it into something unique and different.
You know, do you have any advice about how to deal with this stress? It's been crushing me of lately.
Well, what helps me is to take quite a few breaks in between work. But don't take too many breaks, because then your story won't happen. And drink a lot of water. That way you're hydrated and you can think about your work. Also eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, because they're your best friend. It comes down to your essential nutrients. That's what you need in your life.
But I think you're forgetting the most important nutrient in my life. You.
Well, I'm glad I came and helped with you today.
Thank you so much for stopping by and helping me with all of this.
Hey, no problem, man.
Though Skip's advice was very helpful today, him and I work differently as far as picture book authors go. His advice on the water and nutrients will be helpful for me, though I tend to take too long of breaks, if I ever take breaks during my work. Skip was of great help, but the story's concept hasn't even been officially decided yet. I'll need to work at a faster pace if I expect to meet my deadline. I think I should give that one book critic a call. What was her name? Lana Krudik? I think.
No. There's too many ideas.
I've already gone through a basic brainstorming session, but I can show you what I have. But
No. There's too many ideas. You want a good story? You take 2 or 3 ideas.
But
Someone wants the chocolate shake, they want the chocolate shake. They do not want the beef, the chicken, and the mashed potatoes in it. No, they want the chocolate shake. They want the ice cream, the chocolate, and the milk. That's it. There's too many ideas.
but
I said 2 or 3 main ideas. There's too many ideas.
but
Goodbye. Good luck.
hello.
Hey, Henry, it's Sam. Haven't talked to you in a while. How are ya?
Hey Sam, what's up, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you, Henry?
Well, I'm having a tough go ahead at my new picture book, but how are you? How's World of Sports going?
It's going great. The baseball season looks promising this year, and the NFL draft looks promising as well too. So, what's up with your picture book? Looks like you're having trouble with it.
Well, right now I'm just very intimidated with all the ideas I have for it. I just don't know which way I should go. I want to take the most original route, but it's been so hard to get to that point.
Oh, I know you, Henry. Getting things started has always been hard for you with stories. You'll find something interesting to do with this book, I promise.
Man, I hope you're right. I just wish I had your confidence.
Oh, Henry, don't beat yourself up. In all the years that I've known you, I remember you're always loved by everyone for taking on larger-than-life pursuits. And that is so true. I remember back to that first picture book that you published, that getting things started was always your toughest. But isn't that always the case with writing? That the journey into the unknown has so many different directions, that it can always be hard to choose where to start things off.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Just don't give up on me, man. You're well known for choosing larger-than-life projects with your picture books, and now it's time to show your fans, family, and friends that you can make the magic work all over again.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey, maybe once this starts to blow over for you, maybe we can get together for lunch or dinner sometime and really catch up on all them good times.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for calling me, Sam. Your words of wisdom are going to help me so much with this book.
It's no problem, my good friend. I hope that story turns out great for you.
Thanks. Hey, I'll talk to you later. You know what? Maybe I should just forget about this whole picture book thing. And I've already made so many good books. At the rate this is going, it's gonna be terrible. There's no story ideas in place. The deadline's fast approaching. There's just no way this is gonna happen. I have to get real with myself. I have no more stories to tell. And even my own life. It's no longer interesting. I mean, come on. Who's gonna want to read about a washed-up writer who can't even come up with a good story anymore? It's like... Wait a minute. I think I have an idea. I got it. I think I got it. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Doggone it, I got it! The whole idea. It was right in front of me all along. And it's going to be the latest story of my life. And what I had to go through in order to get to this point. A story of a picture book author struggling to make an original idea for his new book. That's it. That's what I have to do. God, this is wonderful. But the approach has to be unique. I have to change the look of the characters, and they're actual real-life people. And I shouldn't have to use names. But I have no idea if Sam or Skip want their names attached to these characters. But I have to give these characters some sort of flaws, because everyone is flawed in some way. But that is what seems to make the world a unique place. And that's what I have to do. I don't see this character fitting in anywhere.
I gotta say, Henry, I'm really impressed with what you did here. You made your deadline and everything too. Very impressive.
So, do you think we can publish this? I worked so hard on this, and I believe the story is very unique.
Absolutely, Henry. It would be a crime not to publish this book. It's very unique and very awesome.
Thank you so much, sir. It means so much to me.
So, if you're okay with me asking, Henry, how much of this story is based on your journey writing this new book?
Well, a good chunk of it was.
Huh. Interesting. Well, at least you got a good story out of it.
Oh, that. I couldn't fit him in the story anywhere. You can have that. I have no use for it.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Henry. Well, I think we're good, Henry. I'll give you a call when we have a release date in mind.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you for continuing to give us good stories to publish, Henry. It was great doing business with you, too.
A completion of a story can always be a relief for a writer. The writer has now put a new story out into the world, and it has potential to both wow and inspire the people who decide to pick up and read that story. Completing a story has its benefits, but it also has its downsides. This new story alone, which will soon get published with the title of The Struggle, was both an amazing and exhausting experience for me. Even after many years of making picture books for both kids and adults, nothing can prepare me anymore for a story that will completely zap me out of time and space. I think most writers will feel the same with their stories too. The book is now done, and I can now give my mind the big and comfortable mental vacation that I have been in need of for a while now. I'll have to let Sam know how this entire writing process had gotten the better of me at times. During our next get-together, Skip is going to want to know how I did too, but I guess the big concern is, what am I going to write and illustrate next?
Well, Mr. Mansels, if there's anything you give to the world, it's inspiration.